So you want to know how to stop getting third-partied in Apex Legends Ranked. Well, it's really simple. First, we have to understand there are three main fights in Apex Legends Ranked. One, there's the fight off drop. A good ranked player will almost always take a fight with one other squad off drop. If you win that fight, you have guaranteed KP, and if you make it to endgame, it makes your endgame RP much better, especially now that there's no penalty for more kills. The fight you want to mostly avoid is the mid-game fight. So after your initial fight, you start rotating towards position for ring 1, ring 2, ring 3, etc. And usually ring 3 or 4 is endgame. Mid-game fights are not a good fight to take unless you can move very quickly and reset very quickly. If your whole squad is running close range weapons and you can fight together and you work as a unit and you can take out squads and be ready for the next one, mid-game fights might be worth it if you want to push really, really big RP games. However, the mid-game fight is when everybody in that lobby is moving and when most of the teams are still up. So if you take a mid-game fight, especially near a choke point or congestion point or the middle of the map in general, you're probably going to get third-partied and third-partied hard, even if you finish the fight quickly. If you want to consistently move through ranked and you don't have a really, really, really good squad like it's Timmy on your team, the mid-game fight is typically a fight you either completely avoid or you play from the very fringes against a wall. You have to survive the mid-game fight. That is your goal. The fight you really want is the end-game fight. Everybody wants to be end-game. Top 3 squads usually get you good RP in Apex Legends Ranked, even in Plat or Diamond lobbies. Your goal is to get early KP and then to get positioning for endgame and wait for that fight. Be looted up with a ton of heals and a good amount of ammo and ready to fight. But why do you get third party? Why do you get third partied right at the beginning of the game or in that fight? It's really simple. One, your fight is just too long. Even on a drop, especially in this split in Kings Canyon, the map is so small, the POIs are so close that if your initial fight takes too long, takes longer than even 60 seconds, there's another team on a different POI that if they're alone, they can loot and run at you very, very quickly. 2, you might have bad rotations or have rotated into a congestion or choke point on round 1 or round 2 circle and gotten in one of those terrible mid-game fights and taken what you thought was good position. The problem with mid-game fights is trying to take the high ground or good position in mid-game is what everybody's fighting for. It's king of the hill or king of the room, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of 18 squads. You don't want that. So take a rotation that keeps you out of that fight if possible or on the very edge so you can poke a few KP. The reason you're getting third-partied, and in this game you'll see us get third-partied in the back on our first rotation, even though we landed on the edge of the map, is you are unaware of where other teams land. In this game specifically, we landed Octane, we took out a team, and then we rotated towards Circle. And we had just rotated from one POI to the next group of buildings, got in a quick fight, and immediately got shot in the back from the direction of our POI because a team from Skulltown had landed there alone and just walked over. It's like 100 meters. It was super quick, super easy, and they mowed us down and took really quick, easy KP. Had we been aware and paid attention to the fact that there was a team landing solo in Skulltown, we could have held them off, we could have avoided that fight, we may not have taken our second fight. Well, you have to be aware of where teams land around you, and when you rotate, make sure you don't rotate past them and get shot in the back in a different fight. That is why you're getting third-partied and ranked. Either you're taking fights in the mid-game and getting stuck in the middle, you're taking too long to fight, or you're unaware of where other teams land around you in POIs and how fast they can move, especially on Kings Canyon. If this helped you, drop a like on it below. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe if you think I earned it, and remember to take your meds!